Good morning, everyone. I'm Dexter Gravel, and welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV. And like I said in the last video, yes, this is the same day that I've been doing this recording. I just wanted to make sure that the recording from the last video would properly save to where it needed to on my hard drive. So I'm here now in Gridania to start with the Gridanian Crafter quest, and I thought better start with the Carpenter one. I couldn't even think of the word. It was the right word. The Woodmaker? No. Carpenter. And Beaton has uncharted territory. Timbermaster Beaton's already furrowed brow deepens. Uh-oh, did something happen? Ah, Dexter, the very carpenter I thought to call upon. Yeah, what's up? One of our new recruits seems dispirited of late. Though I have approached her on several occasions, she is reluctant to share her troubles with me. Mayhap you can try talking to her. She's like to be far more receptive to a brave and amenable man such as yourself. Cemi is her name. You can find her out front treating cedar logs. Aha. Alright, out front as in out here? Nope, outside. Ah! Hello, Cemi. I hear you have woes. Good gods, you're Dexter! Famed adventurer and Beaton's most promising disciple. What are you doing here? Ah, yes, that. It's nothing I can speak to most of the other guild members about, much less Timbermaster Beaton. You see, our guild, it's in peril. Our sales continue to plummet, and if this downward trend is to continue, I know not what will become of it. As in, like, the Carpenter's Guild will... Really? What concerns me more than that, however, is the toll this has been taking on the Timbermaster. He's been working tirelessly and refuses to stop to even eat or drink. It's almost as though he's attempting to make up for everything at the expense of his own health. Oh, that's horrible. If this continues, I'm afraid he won't have the strength to grip a saw, much less restore the Carpenter's Guild to its former glory. But not all is yet lost. I may have found a solution. If we're to speak with some of the locals and learn what kind of furniture designs are currently in demand, we can alter our products to fit their tastes and improve our sales. That might work. It's, however, a rather monumental task for someone to take on alone. Doubly so for an inexperienced carpenter like me. Dexter, please, will you help me? Oh, yes, absolutely, if we're going to have the guild keep going. Oh, thank you so very much! Now then, let's begin by interviewing potential customers at the Carline Canopy. Alright, time to go save a business! Or in this case, save the guild that I'm working for. Okay, so we talked to 3 people in total. I saw Now here first. What sort of furniture have I been buying? Lately I've been purchasing a lot of Far Eastern style items. After all, that's what's popular nowadays. Aha, that's what's going to be popular. Far Eastern, like everything else has been so far. I recently finished buying a house in the lavender beds, and I've been furnishing it with Dolmen-themed furniture. The bold yet delicate patterns prevalent in much of their work greatly resonates with me. And one more? Not here. Maybe down here? I can't go this way. I have to go down. Unless... no? Unless you're out here somewhere? No. Like I said, they must be downstairs then, because I did not see anyone up here. Can I go down this way? No. Okay, just making sure. Just have to take the long way around to get all the way back down. Aha! Yes, there was someone down here to talk to. Farahar. No, not my mama. Parafar always treats me like a child. It fair drives me up the wall. Oh, I didn't realize there was a odd relationship between you two. Furniture? I must say that the Hingon furnishings trickling in from the Far East have struck a chord with me. People are often too eager to forsake their own heritage in exchange for keeping up the latest fads. I, on the other hand, take great comfort in knowing my furniture embodies generation upon generation of tradition. Oh, it's all about tradition for some people. I see. Alright, so where is Cemi? Is she up here somewhere? Yes, she is. Ah, chatting up with the innkeep to get his input. How is it that the furniture from the Far East has so far surpassed the popularity of our own products? Or local products? Gridania is home to carpenters whose skill is unmatched. Or, at least so I thought. At this rate, our guild will fall into obscurity. We must convince Timbermaster Beaton to immediately begin producing Far Eastern style furniture if we're to have any chance of surviving. Had I more clout with him, I wouldn't hesitate to march in there and tell him as much. But as it stands, I'm afraid he won't take what I have to say to him, what I have to say seriously. If you, his star pupil, were to accompany me, however, my words would hold far more sway. You'll come with me? Fantastic. Let's go and pitch my idea to the Timbermaster then. Okay, let's see what he takes of it. Hey, Beaton! I've returned, and I have a friend in tow. Oh, I hope Master Beaton doesn't take umbrage. What if he turns his wrathful glare upon me, killing me instantly? He does not have that power, even though it might seem like he does. I suppose the two of you are here because there's something you would like to discuss? Very well, have at it. Sir, as you might already be aware, Far Eastern furnishings have recently been flooding the market, with men and women all across Gridania, Eorzea even, only too eager to buy them. We're at a great risk of falling behind. I believe, however, if we were to get ahead of this trend and begin manufacturing products of Oriental design, we could convince more customers to purchase from us and improve the status of our guild. Oh? And do you think producing crude imitations will suffice? I will not have it said that we compromise on quality. If we are truly committed to this proposal, I will support you, provided you accept one condition. You are to travel to Kugane. There, you will immerse yourself in their rich history and culture, both of which have given shape to their craft. Aha! Developing a greater understanding of these things will allow you to produce items of a similar caliber of those found in that very region. That's it? That's the condition? Of course! I'd be delighted to go there. In fact, I shall make ready to depart post-haste. Wish me luck. I shall send you a letter once I arrive. Alright, good luck. I wonder if she truly understands the purpose of my sending her there. At the very least, she seems to have overcome her despair. I suspect I have you to thank for that, Dexter. Well then, I suppose all that's left for us is to know how far, us to do now is wait for her letter. Okay. I'm assuming we're going to get a letter in next. I was going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but not yet. The next Carpenter quest will be available from Beaton upon reaching level 63. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the letter. And at level 73. Alright, so Beaton, what do you have next? The Game of Confidence. For some reason, it looked like he was pointing a gun at her head. What the hell did I think that for? Timbermaster Beaton has news regarding Cemi. Dexter, I've received word from Cemi. She has made it safely to Kugane. Or rather, that is what I have surmised from this letter that goes into great detail about the various new foods she has tried there. While I was the one who suggested she embark upon this trip alone, I've come to rethink my decision. If this letter is any indication, she needs a mentor to guide her in her studies in Kugane. Someone to keep her from becoming distracted from her goals. I would like for you to be that person. To ensure she accomplishes what I sent her there to do, I would have the two of you search out local residents who appear to be troubled. Employing your carpentry skills, you are to find a way to solve their problems. Alright, problem solving through carpentry. Thank you, child. It's good to know that I can always rely on you. I imagine there are a number of things you need tend to before you leave, so I will say my farewells to you here. Until you return, Dexter. Which I might. Right? You're as passionate as Cemi, and I see great potential in her. One, however, cannot amount to anything on potential alone. This is true. We're all living proof of that. Alright, off to Kugane once more. Alright, and she is located in the hostelry? Yes, she is. Oh, wait. How did I almost completely passed her. She's actually up here now. Dexter! 'Tis a true miracle our paths would converge so soon, and here of all places. It wasn't actually coincidence. I certainly hope you've been enjoying this splendid city as much as I am. I've only just arrived, but I find I'm already completely enamored with its people, food, and customs. Everything here is so different, so unique. Something which could no doubt be attributed to Kugane's extended isolation from the rest of the world. Take, for example, the delicate motifs that recur in much of their work. You would never be able to find this in Eorzea. Forgive me. Surely you didn't come all this way to listen to my musings on such things. Though, why exactly have you come here again? Yeah, Beaton asked if I would. For me, you say? That's fantastic. Together, we're sure to have a grand time touring the area and taking in the sights. I mean, I guess so. That works. So, Timbermaster Beaton would have us search for troubled citizens and fix their problems with our saws and hammers. What a brilliant idea! Not only will it help me improve my skills, it will also afford me the perfect opportunity to establish my reputation as a carpenter. We haven't a moment to waste. Let's scour the streets and see if anyone's in need of our assistance. Let's see if there is. Yep, there is one already. Nope. Oh. I was trying to mount here the whole time. I completely forgot that I can't. Okay, it looks like someone in the market has some troubles, but who or what could it be? Oh, there you are. Oh, I'm a withdrawn woman. Who is this strange girl? Oh, it's okay. I'm with her, even though we're both strangers here. Dexter, thank the matron you're here. I found someone in need of our services. There's just one teensy problem. Well, why is it no one will ever listen to what I have to say? She approached me asking if anything was wrong, so I thought this time it would be different. As soon as I began talking, however, she sat down and began banging her tools together. Please, I cannot take this anymore. Sir, I need help. Your help. Aha. I think I see what's happening here. I am just so fed up with the way I look. With this lank hair and these plain features, I melt right into the crowd. No one ever remembers who I am. After this, even you'll probably forget me. My confidence dwindles by the day. It's to a point where I must summon every ounce of courage to even speak to someone. Oh, wow. It's got that bad? I'm so sorry. I had no idea you felt that way. Mother was right. I need to learn to listen instead of jumping to my own conclusions. Okay, so you thought the issue was literally you just do carpentry in front of people to help them? Was that it? Don't you worry, madam. We'll find an answer to your problems. Now, please, if you would, allow me to escort you to the Shiokaze hostelry, where you might await while we figure out how to go about this. Dexter, in the meantime, can you go and interview some of the Mujikoza actors? The actors? Surely they'll know best how to gain people's attention and have more confidence. Ah, okay. Getting advice from actors. Now let's see, where are these actors? Ah, in the main street, of course. Have you ever been ignored by an audience? Of course I have. When that happens, you pack a bit more powder into your face and spruce up your costume. You'll find yourself standing a little straighter, talking a little louder, and moving a little bolder. And that's when you're sure to steal the show. Not quite what we're looking for. How about Shiranami? Do you have anything? Confidence? You ask me of ways to gain confidence? The best way to do that would be to improve yourself, whether it be from the inside out or the outside in. That doesn't sound very helpful either. How about Yachio? A woman who feels overlooked and is not confident in her own skills. That simply will not do. Perhaps your friend should try using cosmetics. Changing your external appearance often has the added benefit of transforming how you feel about yourself and how the world perceives you. Take us, for example. We're an aggressive, burly bunch. With a dash of eyeshadow and a bit of blush, however, even we'll turn into a gaggle of girls before your very eyes. When we think we're girls, we become girls. Simple as that. Okay. That might be what we're looking for. Oh, okay, so they're both here. Good. Do you truly think there is hope for me? There might be. I'd like to think so. Alright, Cemi, any ideas on what we can do? Dexter, thank the gods you finally returned. Please, please, please tell me you've thought of something. What can we make up to help our friend raise her self-esteem and be noticed? Oh, options. A fine spear to strike down all who would pay her no mind. No. A lavish dressing case to be filled with powders and blushes? Or a dazzling lamp to attract the attention of passerby? Everyone I talked to was talking about cosmetics, and powders and blushes is very much that. A wonderful solution. Cosmetics will allow her to enhance her features so she might stand out from the crowd. When people begin paying more attention, she'll be sure to regain her lost confidence, either that or cause her to recoil even more. While you were away, I took the initiative to gather some materials. Here, have a look and take what you require. Everything we spend will be reimbursed by the guild, so don't feel the need to hold back. Oh, but I will, certainly. To proceed with the quest, you must use the materials provided by Cemi to craft a high-quality, lavish dressing case. Oh, okay, so that's what we're doing. I thought we were going to be making the actual cosmetics themselves. Why did I think that? Alright, so we're making... Hold on. Back to class quests. Lavish dressing case. Here we go. So, as usual, reflect. Innovate. Ooh, precise touch immediately. Nice. All the way to 100% already. Nice. And then venerate. Carefully. Carefully. And then bring it on home. There we go. Dressing case complete. Ah, we give it to her. Got it. Do you truly think there's hope for me? There might be if we give you a dressing case. A dressing case of oriental design featuring a large mirror of polished metal and countless components for jewelry and sundry. What the hell word is that? I've never seen that word before. Maculage? Maquillage? I want to say it's maculage. Rolls off the tongue better. A dressing case? It's an incredibly beautiful, but I fail to see how that will help me. So, you're saying altering my look will change the way I feel about myself and how people react to me? It's certainly worth a try. Wallowing in self-pity as I have done until now will fix nothing. This box, however, might. May I have a look? Oh! Oh, it's so beautiful. Everything down to the last detail has been crafted with such delicate precision. It's no wonder Timber Master Beaton holds you in such high regard. Even with years of practice, I doubt I'd be able to craft anything so splendid. Madam, please accept my sincerest apologies for the early distress I caused you. I should have been more considerate of your feelings. No, 'tis I who should apologize. If only I had the strength to convey my thoughts and trust in my own voice, none of this would have ever been an issue. Besides, I dare say that meeting the two of you may well be a turning point in my life. From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank you for your help. I wish you all the very best in your endeavors. Thank you. I wish you well in yours too. Hopefully things actually do work out. Her words have lit a fire within me unlike anything I've ever felt before. While I've been nothing but a hindrance thus far, I promise I won't be for much longer. Okay, let's see how well we do going forward. Thank you, Dexter. Without you, I think that lady might never have found a way to conquer that which has been holding her back. Do you think there will ever come a day when I'll be able to address the client's problems with the same swiftness that you do? Oh, but what am I saying? With a little patience and effort, nothing is impossible. Exactly. There's much for me to learn, and it's time I take full advantage of all the Far East has to offer. Together, let's refine our skills and convene once more. When we've gotten them to a level we're satisfied with. Saying from level 63 to 65. Got it. Well, I'm able to get more... What should I get? The leather shoes this time? I'll get the leather shoes this time. In carving new paths into Far Eastern woodworking, you've learned quality assurance. Yay! And what's next, Cemi? A lesson in listening. Cemi is bouncing on the walls of her feet, bouncing on the balls of her feet with uncontained excitement. I tend to do that while I'm at work and while I'm just standing around waiting to get stuff done. I do that too. Dexter, you're here. Since we last met, I've been working day and night to improve my shortcomings as a carpenter. I'm leaps and bounds from where I once was. Until now, I've been undependable. I promise you, however, that from this moment forward, you'll be seeing an entirely new side of me. I hope so. To prove you just how much I've changed, I took the initiative and found us a new client. Her name is Ume, and she runs the local tea house. I've even finished crafting the item she requested of us. Haha, are you impressed yet? Well, there's more. I'm scheduled to deliver it to her at her shop. You'll come with me, won't you? After all, my first successful business transaction is something you'll not want to miss. Why do I get the feeling it's not going to go well?
Alright, let's see how well this goes.
Pardon me, I was yawning in the middle of that. This girl, she hears the words, but does she understand any of them? Uh-oh. Yep, I knew something was going to happen. Well, what do you mean you can't use this? I took special care to listen to every word you said. This is exactly what you asked for. This charming little sign is certain to attract droves of customers. Exactly what I asked for? Ha! That's a far cry from it. I told you I wanted something which would help me establish a base of regular patrons. This is an advertisement aimed at the general public, the precise opposite of what I need. Even if I had requested this ridiculous sign, what makes you think it would do anything to convince customers to come here? The writing on it is illegible. You can scarcely make out the name of my shop. Ooh, went a little too hard on the details, I see. Oh dear. Dexter, help. You've brought a friend. You look like you have a good head on your shoulders. Perhaps you'd be able to help me? I might, depending on what you need. Excellent. While I can't quite place my finger on it, I suspect my tea house lacks something in the way of ambience. I'd like for you to figure out what exactly that something might be and make me furnishings or accessories to improve it. If you find yourself short on ideas, you might speak with some of my customers. Mayhap you could ask them for their opinions on what would enhance their experience here. As it seems I'm no longer needed here, I shall return to the Shiokaze hostelry and ready some materials for you. Once you decide what it is you want to craft, come look for me and I'll provide you with what you need. Alright, thank you. Seems a little dejected now, that's unfortunate. The key to running a successful business is cultivating a loyal clientele. I need for you to assist me in doing just that. Understood. So, talk to customers. I think, the Delight Adventurer here was one of them. For all the good food and drink, it still lacks warmth. I could come here twice as often if they had a corner where I could just sit back, relax, and have a smoke after a long day. Looking for a place to smoke. Byakudan? What do you like? How would I go about improving this place? While I have no complaints about the tea or food, it would be nice if they had books or a place to smoke to help pass the time. Oh, that sounds like a common thing here. The people want a place to smoke. Apologies, but I was just on my way out. If only this place were more willing to accommodate smokers, they would be that much more inclined to stay. Yep, that's the common thing here. So based on what the information I've got, I'm going to be making like some kind of smoke box? Maybe? I don't know. An ashtray? Dexter, I know not how to apologize to you. It seems the harder I try, the more work I create for you. If only I could figure out what it is I'm doing wrong. I thought my problem was listening, so I made sure to take note of every word that came from our client's mouth. But it made no difference in the end. But I digress. Now's not the time to be dwelling on my failure. Let's concentrate on fulfilling the tea shop proprietor's request. Do you have any ideas on what we might make to satisfy her? Options here are a nice onsen where people can relax, a cudgel with which she can defend her establishment, or a pipe box so people can have a smoke and unwind. Oh, it's a pipe box. Got it. That's it. I've noticed many men and women in Kogane so indulge on occasion. Setting a pipe box in the area is the perfect way to invite them to have a leisurely smoke after they've finished their tea. It's certain to keep them coming back. Now let's set about making it. You'll be needing this, maybe some of that. Oh, and of course this. Here, that should be everything. I think the tea house owner is quite eager to receive her delivery. If you could finish the pipe box and see that it gets to her quickly, it'd be greatly appreciated. No worries. Time to synthesize a stylish pipe box. All right, here we go. Same as before. First verse, same as the last 9, I think. Basic, standard, advanced. Unless precise came up, which it didn't. So, Bariga. And I think there's just enough points for veneration, groundwork, and then basic. Yeah. Just enough durability for that, too. All right, let's go deliver it. Hello, madam. I have something that you might like. The key to running a successful business is cultivating a loyal clientele. I need for you to assist me in doing just that. No worries, I have something here called a stylish pipe box. A pipe box of oriental design complete with an ashtray and compartments for several varieties of tobacco. Certainly wouldn't allow that at the workplace I work at. A pipe box, you say? Ah, but of course. Why didn't I think of that? Most of my customers smoke. Inviting them to do so here after they finish their sweets and tea will no doubt encourage them to stop by more regularly. Do you see now, little lady? This is what I was asking for. Oh, yeah, it was crystal clear now. Dexter's a master carpenter, and in contrast, I'm nothing but a miserable failure. Might I take a look at that? Hello, Beaton. I was not expecting to see you here, and I was going to comment on something else entirely before you suddenly showed up. Great gods! Timbermaster Beaton, what are you doing here? I felt the call of wood and followed it here. Ah, yes. The intricate metal inlay coupled with the finely polished wooden exterior leads me to believe that this is your work, Dexter. Wow, you knew that from that? You have quite the sense of humor, child. My dear lady, it seems my protege here has seen fit to furnish you with a pipe box in the truest sense of the word. What, pray tell, do you mean? A pipe box holds ash, and this particular one is made of ash lumber. Mayhaps, however, you would need to be a carpenter to fully appreciate the joke. That's why. Okay. Mayhap indeed. All jesting aside, I would like to thank you for this magnificent gift. I can't wait to see the reaction it'll elicit from my guests. Cemi, from what I understand, Dexter made a pipe box at the request of a client. Tell me, why is it that you also did not craft one? I'm sorry, sir. I've been giving it my all. Really, I have, but the sad truth is that nothing I make is good enough to satisfy anyone. That's why I thought it was best for me to stick to simply gathering materials. It is always a struggle in the beginning, but that is no excuse to quit. Failure builds character. Character which will allow you to grow as a craftsman. While it may not feel like it, you've grown a great deal during your sojourn here in Kogane. However, it's time you pack your bags. You are to journey to Yanxia next, to the lands beyond the Ruby Sea. Yes, sir. I shall make ready to depart straight away. Dexter, I'll be going ahead of you, but worry not. Once I arrive, I shall send a letter telling you where we can meet. Got it. Cemi, before you go, allow me to say this. You have a firm grasp of all the basics and a sharp intuition besides. There is, however, one thing that's holding you back. You strive solely for perfection. Remember, your purpose is not to create something flawless, but something authentic, something unique that will be cherished for years and years to come. Thank you very much for the insightful wisdom. Oh, okay, so the next one would be... Oh, right. Okay, so Cemi hasn't left yet. I have to talk to her before she leaves. Got it. Alright, so, what next? How exciting is this? I'm going to Yanxia! Don't you fret, Dexter. Like I mentioned earlier, once I've settled in, I shall send a letter to you by way of Kotokaze. Ah, Kotokaze, got it. This time I have every intention of living up to Timbermaster Beaton's expectations. Why, I dare say we shall even be returning from our journey there with a tale or two on how I charmed my way into the locals' hearts with my carpentry skills. Until we meet again in Yanxia. Alright, and options for stuff. How about the robe of crafting this time? Later, Cemi! In carving new paths for Far Eastern woodworking, you've learned manipulation. Alright, and the next quest is not ready. Oh, I was gonna say not readily available. We talked to Kotokaze for this next one. Live and let dine. Kotokaze eagerly waves you down, letter in hand. Ah, Dexter, a letter from Cemi has just arrived for you. Literally 2 seconds ago. Literally 2 seconds after she left. Dear Dexter, I'm writing to you that I have arrived in a tiny village in Yanxia known as Namai. It's such a delightful place. Every day I stumble across something new, whether it be the unusual materials they employ in their construction or the unfamiliar but delicious foods. Oh yes, the food here is exquisite, and their desserts are even better. In fact, the sugar-coated dumplings they have are simply to die for. Oh, she's getting distracted again. I'll be sure to treat you to some when you come. See you soon. Yours truly, Cemi. Alright, off to go meet her in Namai. Okay, so I'm wondering why they decided to make this one a James Bond reference for the title. Let's see if I can find where Cemi is and maybe figure it out from there. Ah, here you are, behind the buildings. Why are you back here? Dexter! How wonderful it is to see you! It's been far too long. Have you tried any of the local cuisine yet? If you haven't, I know the perfect place for us to start. That's not why we're here? I was planning to take you there purely to discuss business, I swear. After all, where better to do that than over food? I guess? Yeah. All right. Your disapproval has been duly noted. Instead of going for food, let's search out any people who might be in need of our assistance then. Okay, let's see who here we can talk to. Someone... Aha! Raison up ahead. Or I guess at the very least, Raison is one of the people we can talk to. Hello? Is there anyone out there seeking the services of a young carpenter? Anyone at all? Well, Raison might. Help? Yes, I could use some of that. You see, in the days before the Empire held dominion over our lands, I was a chef. While our freedom from them is fleeting, I would nevertheless like to use this opportunity to once again pursue my passion for cooking. As such, I have been thinking to open up my own restaurant. To do so, I would need to procure basic furnishings for my future shop. It's not a simple task. Most of what I have come across is either far too expensive or poor quality. Then, you may be pleased to hear, sir, that before you stand two highly skilled members of the Carpenters Guild in Gridania. We'll see to it that you receive the furniture you require. You would do this for me? Most certainly. What kind of furnishings do you need? Apart from tables and chairs, I'll need something that would allow my guests to feel at ease. Those from the Enclave have different dining habits to those of here in Namai. I'd like to create an environment where both would feel equally equally welcome. All right, please leave it to me, sir. Please leave it to us, sir. Now, Dexter, what do you say to making things a tad more interesting? Let's turn this into a competition. Oh boy, another competition. We will each make something for our client and present the finished product to him. He'll then judge them and decide on a winner. Pretty please, won't you do it for me? This is the only way I can show Timbermaster Beats, and I'm just as skilled at as all the other carpenters in the guild. You think this is the only way? Haha, it's settled then. Go on about making the furniture however you will, but I recommend you speak with the people here before getting started. Some have lived here their entire lives. Others once lived in the Enclave. With their help, you may better understand the subtle differences in our ways. Good idea. That's exactly what I was going to do anyway. Thank you, sir. We'll be sure to do that. Dexter, once you've decided what you'll be making, come and find me. I'll furnish you with any materials you might need. You're not going to keep those for yourself? Alright, I guess not. So, we talked to a couple people. First of all, I see Miyake. The only difference is that table manners are practically non-existent out here. The people have good hearts, but they have no sense of etiquette. They'll eat their food on the streets and sip their tea in front of you. That's a bad thing? One should take their meals behind closed doors with family or friends. It'd be nice if they would at least eat behind a partition of some sort and spare the rest of us the sight. Aha! Maybe building dividers. That would work. Aha! Inagara. I would say the people from the Enclave are more elegant than us. Never seen one with a hair out of place or in clothes that have not been neatly pressed. They place great importance on rules, manners, and fashion over here. Up there. Ah, Manazuru. Yes, I suppose you could say I'm from the Enclave, though I've lived here for most of my life. When I was young, my family and I fled to this village that we might escape the Imperial troops. What? You'd like for me to demonstrate the difference in dining habits? I'm afraid that's not something I can help you with. Well, that wasn't helpful at all, ma'am. Thank you for being rude, I guess. Aha, right where I left her initially. Ah, Dexter, have you finally decided on what you'll be making? Sounds to me like, let's see, building an entire restaurant from the ground up? No. Wooden shield to protect the food from, well, you know. I don't know. Ornate partitions that can be hung between each table. Yes. Partitions? That seems so dull. That's not what you're really thinking. That's not what you're really thinking to make, is it? Yes, it is. Wait, you're not trying to lose on purpose, are you? While I know I'm not yet as good as you, never did I think that you saw me as so far beneath you that you would feel the need to do this. Oh, trust me, I know what I'm doing. My apologies, it seems I jumped to conclusions again. I know you're not the type of person to do something like that. It's no excuse, but lately I've been on edge. I can't shake the feeling that this is my last chance to convince Timbermaster Beaton that I'm a capable carpenter, worthy of being called as such. If I don't, he might stop assigning me work, and I may as well leave this guild. I shall not let it come to that. No matter what it takes, I must find a way to prove myself. Oh, I completely forgot. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to blabber on about my worries. After all, you're here for your materials, aren't you? Yes, I am. Here you are. Feel free to come back if it's not enough. Nope, it should be plenty as is. So, start off with ornate partition. Go. More reflection. I'm pretty much employing the exact same things as every time, but it works. Innovation, basic to... Oh, we had access to precise touch there. Dang it. Standard, and end with advanced. And then get some points back. And some of those points back. And then some of these points to boost this. And then this. Oh, and one more of this. There we go. Partition's done. Alright. Now we sift these off to Raison to see what he thinks. Alright, Raison, I have something you might like. Opening up a restaurant has always been a dream of mine. To think that it might soon be within my grasp fills me with joy beyond belief. Here you are, sir. I got some ornate partitions, an exquisitely crafted partition of traditional dolmen design. What have we here? So I may... Oh, hi again. May I? Timbermaster Beaton! This table is exquisite. It's extremely sturdy, but manages to maintain a sleek elegance. And these dolmen-style engravings that run up and down the sides of the legs... If I didn't know better, I would guess they were the work of a more practiced pair of hands than your own, Cemi. Now, Dexter, let's see yours. Ah, simple, but all the more stunning for it. The lacquer finish is a nice touch. A light gloss that's just enough to enhance the natural blush of the wood, but not overpower it. While both of these are masterpieces in their own right, I will say this. The detailed engravings on the table are something even a highly skilled artisan would struggle to recreate. What do you think, sir? The moment I saw it, I knew which one of these I wanted. Desperately needed, even. I choose... neither. This one. I knew it. That Dexter is a better carpenter than me, I won't deny, but he has skills that I could only ever dream of attaining. I'll also admit, but I poured my heart and soul into that table. Sir, why is it that you chose Dexter's partitions over Cemi's table? Simple, really. Dolmen City folk are a private sort. They would appreciate the way these wooden barriers would hide them from sight as they eat. The young lady's table is magnificent, a work of art even. However, it does not fulfill the needs of my customers like these partitions do. It seems the time it took to carve the intricate detailing in this table would have been better spent interviewing the local citizens. Cemi, do you understand now why it is you lost? You were so focused on demonstrating your own skill, you disregarded the needs of the client. Dexter, on the other hand, spoke with the residents of the village, which inspired him to create these partitions, a product that places the customer's needs above all else. In that sense, the difference between your table and this partition is the difference between a decent carpenter and a master of the craft. That said, this is where your journey ends. I expect to see the both of you back in Gridania shortly after I return. No, it can't be. Please, tell me Master Beaton hasn't given up on me. What am I to do? Is your friend all right? While I cannot claim to understand what any of that was about, I would like to thank you for your wonderful contribution. It's sure to suit my restaurant perfectly. We did good, but at what cost? We really are heading all the way back to the guild for this one. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh, I didn't even need to talk to a person. I just had to show up here. Timbermaster Beaton, thank the matron you've returned. The drawers of this desk you made for me are broken. Is there a chance they can be fixed? I shall see what can be done. After all, I can hardly say no to someone who has so cherished one of my creations as you have. Timbermaster Beaton, sir, my son, he's just been accepted into the Order of the Twin Adder. To celebrate, I'd like to have you craft him a fine spear. Order of the Twin Adder? That is quite the accomplishment. Very well, I shall make him one that will see him through all his battles. Wait, sir, come back! I also had a request for him, but I suppose it'll have to wait. I should have known getting the finest carpenter in all of Gridania to make something for you wasn't going to be an easy task. Excuse me, if you don't mind my asking, why is it that all of you like Timbermaster Beaton so much? When you ask him to make something, he creates that item for you and you alone. To make something for that person and that person alone. Thinking back, that's how I first got into carpentry. Ah, you lost sight of that, I see. I was born into a family poorer than dirt. One where we couldn't afford to purchase even the most basic of furniture. My mother raised us by herself, working from dawn till dusk so that my sisters and I wouldn't go to bed hungry every night. As a result, she pushed herself too hard, and one day the pain in her back became too much to bear. Seeing her suffering drove me to make her an armchair that which she could rest from time to time. It was all the young me could think to do. While the finished product creaked and buckled under her weight, not for a single moment not for a single moment as I was making it did I lose sight of the fact that I was doing it all for her. I've been so preoccupied with myself, trying to improve my skills, that somewhere along the way I forgot the most important thing. It is never too late to remember and begin anew. Cemi, the key to harnessing your own potential is to recognize what is holding you back. From here, you can only grow. Yes, sir. You're absolutely right. There's still hope for me. Dexter, thank you for supporting me until now. It's only because of you that I have come this far. Me specifically? I feel like someone else could have done that too. In fact, I'd go so as far as to say that our grand adventures together have made me feel as though I've been born again. I'm looking forward to exploring the world of carpentry once more. And there she goes running off again. She's not the only one who owes a debt of gratitude. While I am skilled at working with wood, I'm not nearly so adept at dealing with people and their problems. You have helped Cemi in ways I could not. You're part of the reason I have such high hopes for the girl. With a mentor like you to look up to, she'll no doubt flourish. That's why I asked that you speak with her one last time before you leave. Just one last time? Okay, one last time, I guess. Oh, outside? Ah, right back where we started. Dexter, you'll be happy to hear that Timbermaster Beaton has finally deemed my work good enough to begin taking on some of my own clients. Isn't it so exciting? That's not to say I'll forget about my studies or the guild's troubles. I've been in between commissions, I'll be spending my time practicing how to make oriental furniture. That way, I can retain all that I learned from our trips to Kugane and Namai. But that's not all. I'll be keeping the people we met here in mind. They'll help me to remember that I'm making this furniture not for myself, but for those around me. Yeah. You'll see, Dexter, I'm going to work so hard that one day, I'll be as good as you. Look forward to seeing that. More cutting? Yeah. Alright, one last quest for the Carpenters, and that's Tea Party rules. Cemi is desperately trying to catch your attention. And what could that be for? Dexter, there you are! I was beginning to wonder when you'd show up. Timbermaster Beaton says he has some clients he wants to introduce to us. Oh? Well, don't just stand there. Let's go. Alright, let's go see what's up. Hey, Beaton, I have returned. And Cemi is in tow once again. I don't think Gerhard is, though. I shall do everything in my power to see that our new client is properly, completely satisfied. Let's hope so. Oh, Gerhard is related to this. Oh, is he the one that provides the materials for us this time? You're here. Good. Gerhard, you remember Dexter? Remember? Ha! I could hardly forget it. Yeah, this is the guy that I made the bow for, isn't it? It would be no exaggeration to say that I owe this man my life. In fact, the reason I'm here to relate to the is related to the time Dexter saved us. By the bow he brought, I was able to drive out the Ixal forces that threatened us. Our victory against them has bolstered our unit's reputation, and we've been receiving new recruits by the dozen since. Ah. In our latest batch, we received a mixture of eager Alamegans and Gridanians. If you do not yet see the problem, allow me to explain. There have always been certain racial tensions between the refugees and locals. Oh yeah, I understand that. I thought holding a tea party might ease the unease between them. I was wrong. Now they seem to have an even greater aversion to one another. There you have it. I suggest you begin by speaking with Gerhard's recruits to see what exactly went wrong. If we can pinpoint the cause of their feud, it'll make that much easier for us to solve the problem. Yes, sir. You can count on me. Dexter, would you mind accompanying Cemi? Mind you, this is an official request. It would not do to send someone who has yet to complete basic training to carry out this task alone. So it'll be the two of you then. Good. Now I imagine most of my new recruits will be around the Adder's Nest. You should have no trouble finding them. Once you've finished, see that you report back to me. Got it. Yes, sir. Okay, so Gerhard is just the commissioner. He's not the one that gives us the materials. Seems you've gotten yourself quite the new recruit there, Beaton. Jealousy does not become you, my friend. Seems... Oh, same as before. Okay. Add it. So, talk to Gridanian... Oh, one Gridanian soldier. I thought there'd be more than one. And here be the Gridanian soldier. Hello, sir. If you're here to talk with the captain, he's... Well, you're here to speak with me? Yes, you. Why don't we like them? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Every time we try to teach them... every time we try to reach out to them, how are we repaid? With hostility. Take the tea party Captain Gerhard arranged for us, for example. We attended hoping to turn over a new leaf. They, however, clearly came for different reasons, entirely because the moment we sat down, they served us Alamigan tea. It seems they have gone from refusing to accept our culture to openly spurning it. My apologies, but I'd like to leave it at that, lest anger get the best of me. If you wish to know more, however, perhaps you should try speaking with one of the Alamigan recruits. Aha. I think we can do that. Where is this Alamigan recruit? In Old Gridania. Oh, and here's Cemi already. There you are. Taking notes? My new motto is live, love, and craft to fulfill the needs of others. Now, I'll never forget any of the lessons I learned while in the Far East. Very nice. Okay, and the Alamigan soldier is... Aha, right here. Good day to you, sir. I have questions for thee. What are you looking at? Is there something you need? If not, I suggest you move along. I have queries. Those questions sound an awful like the ones Captain Gerhard asked us yesterday. Is he the one that picked you up to this? No. Every day we Alamigans bleed and fight and die to protect this country, and yet the Gridanians still regard us with the same suspicion and resentment that they do beastmen. Even so, we decided that the tea party Captain Gerhard arranged was a good chance for us to establish some common ground with them and find a way to lay aside from some of our differences. We thought serving Alamigan tea would be a good way to break the ice, but no! Our kind gesture was only met with disdainful stares. Well, no longer will we be made to feel worthless by the Gridanians. From now on, we'll have nothing to do with them. Aha! So they both wanted to come into this with kindness, but the other saw the other's actions as hostile. Not good. Ah, and everyone's grouped up again. My new motto. Oh, same as before. Ah, interesting. Why was she saying the same thing as before? I see you have spoken with some of Gerhard's newest recruits. Do you have any ideas how we might put an end to their feud? A striking dummy should do the trick? No. Far Eastern style tea party should end the bickering. Oh, a tea party that is neither side. That would work. Or a matching set of furniture should bring them together. No. This sounds more accurate. Especially given the, I can't even think of their words. The motif we've been going with so far for these quests. A Far Eastern themed tea party. That just might work. No one would feel as though they were being snubbed, and the interesting setting might even provide them with a topic of conversation. You recall the tea house benches of Kugane, do you not? Very good. I suggest you craft one. Aha! I shall craft one then. One exactly. No more, no less. A tea house bench. Here we go. So, same as usual. Reflect. Aha! Precise touch. I usually have to remember to check that just to be sure. Now I can venerate. Sorry, innovate, then venerate. Here we go. Now venerate. Groundwork. And then be careful. And one more. There we go. All set with the tea house. Anything new? Nope. Nope, don't think I need to talk to you again, do I? Gerhard should find this Gerhard should find this to be most satisfactory. I do not, however, intend to speak on his behalf. Please present your bench to him for approval. How did I not consider talking? I didn't consider talking to the people who gave the materials after I was completed with them. Now I feel dumb for not doing that before. Success is only possible if each of the members of the squad completely trust one another. Well, no worries, we can break the ice with a tea house bench. A folding bench commonly found in Far Eastern tea houses, complete with a paper parasol to shield tea drinkers from the elements. I'm just going to hand you an entire table. What's this? I've never seen anything like it. You're looking at a tea house bench, the quality and make of which is identical to those crafted by the master carpenters of the Far East. Now, Cemi, what have you made for us? Allow me to present you with this. And what did you make? This is the exact same thing as Dexter crafted. Yet, what led you to decide upon a tea house bench? After speaking with the initiates, I surmised that both sides had attended this tea party hoping to reconcile their differences. Given the right environment, I reckon they still can. So, we got information separately but came to the same conclusion. There we go. So, I thought, why not hold a Far Eastern style tea party? Not only would it provide them with a relaxed atmosphere, but it would give them a chance to bond over a culture that's different from their own. That you've begun taking the needs of the clients into consideration, and in doing so, came to the same conclusion as Dexter, is evidence that you have mastered as a carpenter. Well done. Now it's time to put your benches to the test. I would have the two of you take them to Atelloune Falls and set them up. Gerhard, gather your subordinates, and Dexter and Cemi there. I'll join you all shortly. Very well. Now, what are you gonna do? Please, go with Cemi to Atelloune Falls. I shall meet you there. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Seems a strange idea that you guys would pick this area of all places to be able to set this up, but okay, guess we'll go with it. It's a nice setting, at least. We're hosting a tea party, Dexter. Isn't it so exciting? I would say so. It just sucks that we're having to do this in the rain. Uh-oh, they've both arrived. Not even gonna look at each other, huh? Welcome, everyone. While I know our last tea party was by no means a rousing success, I appreciate how willing most of you were to give this idea a second chance. It seems some of you felt that certain cultures were disrespected at our last get-together. For that, I apologize. Regardless of where you're from, I value and respect every one of you, as you should each other, for we are brothers and sisters in arms, family, if you will. Great, the company's referring to us as family. I hope that this gathering the craftsmen of the Carpenters Guild help me organize will allow you to realize that. Now for the fun part. The party itself. Ah, it's not raining anymore. What do you think, everyone? Before you is an exact replica of a tea house in Kugane. So, what do you think? Kugane? As in the far eastern port city? Well, I suppose these decorations do have a certain exotic charm. A Kugane-style tea party, huh? Everything looks so elegant. These furnishings are almost as beautiful as those found here in Gridania. Almost? Carpentry is a culture, and culture is ever present in our lives. One can learn a great deal about people simply by looking at their furniture. Sitting here upon these benches has made me realize there are many magnificent things in this vast world. In my narrow-mindedness, I nearly missed out on them. We should have taken the time to learn more about you and where you're from. We eat meals together, we fight together, and yet because of our reluctance to speak with you, we know almost nothing about you. For that, we're sorry. No, is we who must apologize. While many of us consider Gridania to be a second home, there's not a lot about your culture that we have yet to fully grasp. Laughing together. Let us raise our cups and give a toast to the start of a new and beautiful friendship. Don't you mean a beautiful family? Yeah, everyone just enjoying their time. I was gonna say, are we not participating? But the tea party wasn't intended for us. Have you all been enjoying yourselves? Yes, it's been a long time since I talked so much or laughed so hard. I thought we had absolutely nothing in common, but I was mistaken. Indeed, the more we speak, the more I come to realize how alike we are. I'm glad we finally found a way to put our differences aside. Good. Remember, on the battlefield, it matters not where you're from or where you were raised, only that you survive. For that, you'll need to rely on each other. Never forget that. Yay, bonding over tables. Sorry, benches in this case. Oh, wow, back here already? Huh. I thought we would have come all the way back ourselves. What a relief the party went so well. While the tea was a smidge too hot for my liking, the cakes were so delicious. Those were cakes that looked like dango they were there before. Well done, both of you. While fulfilling the client's needs with great finesse is something I have come to expect of Dexter. You surprised me. You surprised me, Cemi. That you had the same idea as one of our guild's best artisans proves you're one step closer to becoming a full-fledged carpenter. Didn't you see before that having the same thought as me made her a master already? Do not, however, mistake that to mean the items you two. Yeah. Do not, however, mistake that to mean the items the two of you craft are of a comparable quality. Even to the untrained eye, one is far superior to the other. Quality, however, is not everything. The client has walked away feeling completely satisfied, and that is a tremendous accomplishment. Cemi, if you continue to work hard, perhaps someday you'll come to be as good as this talented man beside you. Thank you, sir. I shall remember this moment and continue honing my skills that they might one day rival Dexter's. I nearly forgot. If I may be so bold as to ask, sir, what is to become of our guild? Will we recover from debt anytime soon? I beg your pardon? What debt? Oh, she jumped to a conclusion again. So long as we continue to receive commissions from the Order of the Twin Adder, we need not want for a capital. But, sir, if not for the guild, why are we working ourselves so hard? Why are you working yourself so hard? You wouldn't even stop to take meals. Ah, yes. I was temporarily overcome by a desperate need to reconnect with the wood. To achieve this, I began living as though the tree would, taking in only sunlight and water. Wow, he's that dedicated to the craft. I really need to stop jumping to conclusions. Oh, and Dexter, please allow me to thank you once again. While it was a misunderstanding on my part that led us to the Far East, I couldn't be happier with the result. I'll be eternally grateful to you for seeing me through this journey and for all that you've taught me. Though this particular adventure may be over, I have no doubts we'll embark upon another together in the near future. With the way these quests have been going, I don't think so. Until then, I shall continue to practice, and practice some more. When you next see me, I may nearly be as good as you. Dexter, your ability to inspire people never fails to astound me. It's in no small part thanks to you that Cemi has grown as much as she has. Your talent and the love you hold for your craft is a rarity even among the elite. I hope that you'll continue to use both to serve men and women all across Eorzea. Eorzea and beyond. Maybe. Oh, bye! There she goes again. Tea party rules complete. Yep, that was the last one for the Carpenters to my knowledge. And at level 75! Yay! Alright, so I have one more I can do in Gridania, but I realize I kind of need a break. I have been recording almost non-stop since I started, so I'm going to take a bit of a break, then I'll come back for the next one. Alright, I am back from my little break. I have a cup of eggnog with me to be able to drink over time, even though it's a little watered down because there wasn't a lot of eggnog left. I am back as the Leatherworker to continue with the start with the Leatherworker quest with Jiva and a taxing request. Guildmaster Jiva is surprised yet glad for your unexpected visit. Well, if it isn't my favorite Leatherworker, I was certain you'd be too busy sailing to lords and ladies in Ishgard to ever come visit. But you've come at a good time. I have need of a man with your talents. We've recently received a rather unusual request for a Leatherworker. I wouldn't dare entrust it to the others, and I'm much too busy. If you have time to come visit, then I'm sure you can fit this into your schedule. I might be able to. Head down to the Shaded Bower and have a talk with Atelloune. Tell her I sent you, and she'll explain everything. Okay, so we're heading off to the Shaded Bower. Oh, right over by the market. Got it. Aha, and here is the missus. Dexter Gravel of the Leatherworkers Guild? Ah, yes, Jiva has told me about you. A darling protege who's gaining some small bit of fame for services rendered here in Gridania and Ishgard. Well, your honors and accolades mean naught to Eorzea's premier naturalist, Atelloune. Henceforth, I, and I alone, shall be the judge of your worth. Okay. You should be happy, proud even, to assist me with my noble works. 'Tis not often one has the opportunity to serve as my my dutiful apprentice. I was gonna be your slave, huh? Daunted by my celebrity, I see. Worry not. Under my careful guidance, your skills will be put to good use. This I can assure you. Until now, I have been collaborating with my first assistant, Marcette, to write articles for the new Eorzea Geographic. Though I would love to continue with my writings, a duty of such greater importance has drawn my attention. Hey, they mentioned the new Eorzea Geographic back with the blacksmith quest. I wonder if that's going to be referenced more often. In my research for the calamity's effects on the environment, it's become clear that the abnormal rate at which the realm is changing far outstrips the pace of animal adaptation. Indeed, I fear certain species now face extinction. And what manner of naturalist would I be if not to do all in my power to save them? Alas, time is not on our side, which is why, in the event I'm not able to save these humble creatures, I would preserve them through taxidermy that future generations may still gaze upon their splendor. That's a creepy way to do that. That is why I conferred with Guildmaster Jiva, and why you now stand before me. If you believe yourself capable of the task at hand, I shall make you my 72nd assistant. What say you? That sounds very familiar. There was someone we met over in Central Gridania, the Central Shroud, I mean, who had a very similar demeanor to this. I do not remember her name. Probably don't even want to remember her name. Confidence. Good. In time, I will know if there is any talent to match. In any case, your contributions will not go unrecognized. You shall be duly credited in my next publication of New Eorzean Geographic as etc. Okay, not even an actual name, just part of a grander title. Now, your first task shall be a simple one. Speak with Research Assistant 71, Enion, at the Cartland Canopy. Well, what are you waiting for? Oh, I see. Expecting a lot of... I keep wanting to mount up. I keep forgetting I can't do that in cities. Alright, so where is this 71st? Oh, right here, Enion. Or is it Enion? Oh, you're young. I wasn't expecting you to be young. Oh, are you the leatherworker Miss Atelloune coerced, hired to help with the mounting? The mounting? You volunteered? I mean, working under her isn't unpleasant, mind you. It's just, well... Oh, who am I kidding? She calls us assistants, but I know the truth. We're just a bunch of servants to her. Yeah, don't say the quiet part out loud. My name's Enion, by the way. Number 71, the taxidermist, she calls me. To be honest, it's just a hobby, but she won't listen. She never listens. It's sad when animals die, you know, but when I mount them, it's like they never really left. So I practice every chance I get to make the best mounts I can. I'm no good at preparing skins, though. They're always so unsightly and misshapen when I'm finished. Working with the honest-to-God's leatherworker like yourself, I bet they'll look so real, folks will swear they're still breathing. I wouldn't want that. That would be terrifying. I should probably be heading back, or else I'll upset Miss Atelloune again. Anyway, it was nice meeting you. I genuinely did not have taxidermy on my list of things that would happen today. Hello again. I have I was gonna say return, but I mean I have returned. Hi. Thanks for agreeing to work with us. If you had decided to leave, well, I guess it doesn't really matter now. Probably would have found a 73rd one to help you. There you are. Honestly, did you get lost on the way back here? My time is quite precious, you know. Though I suppose it's important for peers to establish amicable relations. I forgive you. This time. Now that we have dealt with the formalities, our team is assembled. The fledgling young taxidermist who knows not of leatherworking, and a leatherworker who likewise knows not of taxidermy. Two halves that shall make a lovely whole. Under my sage guidance, the two of you shall make displays unlike anything the realm has ever seen. Yes, lifelike displays that will preserve the beauty of the realm's blessed creatures now and forevermore. Until, of course, the taxidermy, rots or something. I'm actually not sure if taxidermy can do that. If it does, it must take a very long time. Future generations will look upon our mounts and envy the age in which these animals proudly walked the earth. But first, I must prepare. Selecting animals for mounting, finding an ideal venue, there's much to be done. I trust you'll make good use of this time to hone your skills. I certainly will, by simply standing here for a few seconds. The next Leatherworker quest will be available from Atelloune upon reaching level 63, which I currently am. Certainly. Alright. Oh, anything new from Enion? Everything seems to be coming along fine. If you ask me, though, things would go smoother if she wasn't so forceful with her demands. Yeah, Yeah, I remember meeting someone very much like that. All right, next up is mounting expectations. Oh, nice pun. How did I... I'm only just now noticing the Dalmel in the background. Is that something we're going to be mounting? That's going to be very interesting. Atelloune is ready to put her new assistant to work. You mean her new manservant? Ah, number 72. Ready for work, I see. Wonderful. Not long ago, I was able to secure a location for our next exhibition of animal mounts. A small clearing near the Leatherworkers Guild. Would that we had a more prominent location, but no matter. Considering the nature of our work and its purpose, the Leatherworkers Guild will do nicely. More importantly, I've selected our first specimen for mounting, the majestic Dalmel. This is no ordinary Dalmel we're looking for, mind you. What we seek is the elusive Hengur Dalmel in the Sea of Clouds. To the untrained eye, they're indistinguishable from your average Dalmel. Upon close inspection, however, you'll find they have the hankles along their backs, which can appear quite pronounced when they're startled. As their numbers continue to dwindle, finding an ideal specimen will prove difficult. And the last thing we need is to exacerbate the problem of their declining population by killing one. No, we need to find a Dalmel that has recently passed on. This will require a skilled hunter, one familiar with the terrain. You wouldn't happen to know of such a person, would you? Ah, we have options. The Vanu Vanu or the Vanu Vanu, obviously. Yeah, I'll say the first one. Why not? Why would you know of the Vanu Vanu? Never mind. If you believe you can convince them to assist us, I suppose it is worth a try. We must take for Oxzundu at once, where you will arrange an audience with their people. Let us be off. Something tells me the Vanu Vanu are not gonna like this. Okay, we're actually heading all the way to Oxzundu for this. I wasn't expecting us to, for some reason, go to a previous area for these quests. I know that we're mostly going to Kugane and back. I didn't realize we'd be going somewhere in Heavensward. Ah, here you are, just on the outskirts. Oh, right, you're waiting for invite, huh? Oh, Enion, you okay? I'll never understand why she insists on rushing so. Oh, did she run all the way here or something? There you are, number 72. What have I told you about keeping me waiting? You must hurry and introduce me. And not to some piddling merchant or villager. I will settle for nothing short of their village elder. Yes, I should think that the ideal way to ensure our needs are met swiftly and without incident. Uh-huh. I see. Okie dokie, I will go speak with Sonu, see if he's willing to see you. Hello, Chieftain. I have a very odd request if you're willing to hear us out. These Netherlings seek Dalmels of Hengur? Say no more. Zundu are honored to repay kindness of the great warrior who defeated the White. Excuse me for interrupting, but I could not help but notice your huts appear to be made using the bones of Dalmels. Yes, Zundu use Dalmels for many things. Their meat fills our bellies, their skin covers our backs, and as Netherling says, their bones build our homes. Quite impressive. It's not often I see some hunted and put to use so thoroughly. To take a life is to bear great responsibility. Nothing can be wasted. To ask for a Dalmel so rare, we trust you to understand this. To find fresh remains is no easy task. I will leave this to Sanuvanu. He is our greatest hunter. You may wait here while he finds the Dalmel you seek. Alright, buddy, good luck. Thank you, Sonuvanu. Your kindness this day will be remembered for generations to come. Will she actually acknowledge you as part of it, though? Pardon me, Mess Atelloune, but I'm awfully glad you've gone to so much trouble to get a Dalmel. Really, I am. It's just... well, I've never actually seen a live Dalmel before, and... You've never seen a Dalmel before? By the 12, how do you expect to fashion a suitable mannequin if you've never even seen them for yourself? Dalmels of Hrenger are scarce, but all look very similar. If Netherlings would see Dalmels, you needn't travel far. Then it's settled then. So we're gonna go find a Dalmel ourselves. Number 72, take number 71 to go and see the Dalmels. From their long, elegant necks down to their hooves, he must become intimately familiar with their carriage. You're calling it their carriage, not their bodies? To the southeast of Hoxzundu, they graze in great numbers. May Zephyr winds carry you safely. Thank you, Chief. Alright, we got our orders. Let's go. Alright, so we're heading to the southeast to find some. Got it. Ah, there you are, Enion. Are you ready to find your first demo? Even though they're right over here. We're just going to be observing them from here. Is that it? The demos should be close. Let's have a look around. You don't see them? They're right over there. Okay, I guess we're going to be just waiting to observe them from closer? Or waiting for them to come closer to be able to see them. There they are. Can you see them? We have to be sure to get a good look. Miss Atelloune said we have to inspect every ilm of them. Search your surroundings for Dalmels. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Oh, okay, so we're actually... That's weird how they're making us do that even though they're clearly right there. Alright, first Dalmel. Zoom in. Daunting Dalmel. You look over every ilm of the Dalmel. Yay! Just the one? Oh, okay. Wow, this is much better than any picture. Look at its neck. Gosh, how am I supposed to make a model that supports something that long? Alright, I think I have an idea of what to do. The neck may prove difficult, though. Let's head back to Miss Atelloune. Huh. I wasn't expecting that. I thought they were going to be having us look at multiples to see, oh, okay, so like this and like this and like this. I guess not. Alright, let's report back. Ah, so it looks like Sana was successful in finding one of them. Okay. To think but a few builds ago, this Dalma was alive and walking around. Just like you and me. Very daunting indeed. Please, we need no payment. It is honored to help the great Netherling warrior. My reputation precedes me. By number 71's look of excitement, I would assume the two of you observed the Dalmels without incident. The Vanu Vanu have brought us a fine specimen. The hackles along its back and the divide in its hooves are unmistakable. This is indeed a Hengerv Dalmel. And by the condition of the body, it would seem its passing was not long ago. While the loss of any life is always a tragedy, let's take solace in the fact that its life ended peacefully. We can't really rule that out. I know not what great deeds you have done that warranted such generosity, but I should hope your work on our Dalmel mount will warrant the same praise. It might. I've called for an airship to come and retrieve the Dalmel, though I fear it can't carry us all. You adventurers often use aetherites for travel, yes? We'll see to the Dalmel's delivery. Pray use that aetherite to return, and do not try to take too long this time. We'll wait for you at the clearing near the Leatherworkers Guild. Number 71 should be finished preparing the Dalmel's pelt by the time you arrive. I hope you really do have enough time, buddy. I can't wait to see what you can do with the Dalmel's pelt. What I do with it? I thought I was just making the mount for it. Am I also doing the pelt as well? You needn't worry about the Dalmel. Just see to it you return to Gridania in a timely fashion. Okay, I will do so. Oh, okay, they're down here. Oh, this is where the display is going to be? Down in this little clearing? I can't wait to see what you can do with the Dalmel's pelt. Okay, let's see. Whoop, didn't mean to be so close to you, man. Finally, you're here. As promised, the Dalmel's pelt is ready for you. If you're as skilled as Geneva claims, you should have no trouble turning this into a resplendent cape of the highest quality. I'm making a cape? And please, be careful with that pelt. I will not stand to see the Vanu's hard work go to waste. I would rather not bother them for want of another Dalmel so rare. When you have finished, deliver it to number 71. Together with this mannequin, we shall have the finest mount the realm has ever seen. To proceed with the quest, use the materials provided by Atelloune to craft a high-quality, large Dalmel cape. Strange name for it. Is that what they refer to it in Taxidermy as? They refer to it as a cape, not a pelt? Huh. Okay, so I need to go to class and then large Dalmel cape. Let's go. So, first of all, same as usual. Okay, just double checking that it didn't have precise. Now I have it. Yep, got 100% there, so I can just do groundwork and done. All right. Have you finished with the Dalmel skin yet? I would prefer not to keep number 71 idle for too long. It seems like you haven't do that all the time already. My mannequin is going to look great with that cape. I just know it. Well, here you go. A Dalmel hide perfectly trimmed and prepared for stuffing. This is amazing. My skins are usually full of holes after removing all the fat. You've even kept all the coarse hair on the back. Miss Atelloune was right to hire you. It is up to you now to see your mount is completed. Number 72, I would ask that you observe his work. It would prove an educational experience. I'm not sure if there's much to learn from watching me, but I'll do what I can. I'd rather not learn how to do taxidermy, honestly. I mean, real life me wouldn't. Certainly not. They even preserved its extremely fat belly for some reason. Phew, it's done. Piecing it together was harder than I thought. Then again, I've never made a mount this big before. Good thing I remembered what the Vanu said about Dalmel bones being back at Oxondu. They come in handy when I was working on the neck. I see. Meeting with the Vanu was more beneficial to our work than I would have hoped. I couldn't have finished without Dexter, though. There's no way I could fit a cape that big on the mannequin by myself. Nevertheless, this is an excellent start to our collection. Considering Dalmel skin products have gained popularity here in Gridania, this is certain to draw the people's attention to our cause. That said, our work is far from finished, my dear assistant. Before we set to work on our next mount, however, I would gauge reactions to our first creation. In the interim, pray reflect on what you've done thus far, and see if there is aught you can do to refine your skills. I guess we can, I'd just rather not do so. I'll get more of the coatie. Through your deepening insight into the sanctity of life, you have learned quality assurance. They're referring to it as the sanctity of life instead of leatherworking or anything. Oh, it's actually going to be here permanently. Oh, wait, is it permanent or is it just until the end of this quest line? I don't know. What we're about to find out once we complete more of this. Everyone seems to love the Dalmel mount we made. I wonder what Miss Atelloune will have us make next. Well, we're about to find out. The value of life. That glimmer of Atelloune's eyes most likely means she has a task for you. I wonder what that could be. Ah, number 72. Have you heard word of our work? Oh, of course you've heard. How could you not when our Dalmel is the talk of the town? Yet even so, I find it curious no one has inquired about its distinctive hair and hooves. You could think such stark differences from your typical Dalmel would compel even a handful of people to ask. I'm assuming it's a minor enough detail that most people wouldn't even know. No matter, it'll be all we can do to keep inquiries at bay when we present them with our next mount, the mighty bear. Not just any bear, mind you, but the rapaciously grizzly bear, indigenous to the lands bordering Gridania. Sadly, the fruit that serves as a staple of their diet has grown increasingly scarce in the wake of the calamity, and as their food supply dwindles, so too do their numbers. That must be why you can only find them in the one section of the map there, like near the falls. Though there is little we can do to restore their primary source of sustenance, we can still do our part to let people know of their plight. Now then, make your way to East End. When you arrive, I would suggest speaking with the soldiers stationed at Castrum Oriens to learn precisely where the bears can be found. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought they were referring to the bears you can find in, in the, oh shoot, what's the name of that place? It has tail feather. What was that place called? The center, no. The Hinterlands? No. Was it the Hinterlands? No. I can't remember what that location was called. I'll look it up later. I shall remain here to keep watch over the Dalma Mount and for any wayward souls that may seek enlightenment. You heard, Miss Atelloune. Let's get going to Gridania. Hopefully the soldiers can point us in the right direction. Alright, heading to Castrum Oriens. Ah, there you are, Enion. We can ask more people if we split up. Could you try asking around the eastern side of the base? I'll stay around the main gate and see what we can learn. Except you run to the east. Okay, that works too. Alright, so we have to inquire around here somewhere. Unless there's someone back here. There is! A serpent scout! Oh, I wasn't expecting to see you back here, Guide a lot. I forgot you're back here. You're after grizzly bears? There used to be plenty of them to the south near Bittermill. Can't say I see too many of them now, though. Okay, so we have insight on where we can normally find them. Oh, there's Enion right back where I left him initially. Didn't really go anywhere. So there used to be a lot of bears near Bittermill. I guess the fruit they like to eat must have grown there. If it still does, there may be a few bears in the area. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's go take a look and find some bears. Okay, so I'm looking for... Aha! At the bottom of this cliff, right next to this tree. Are you alright? I thought I was safe when reaching Bittermill, but instead I only found more monsters to chase me. It wasn't all bad, though. When I was running, I saw a grizzly bear near the river. Come on, maybe there's one left we can use for the mount. You actually want to... Alright, we're not actually going to be hunting this bear, are we? Oh, yeah, that's what you meant. We're always looking for the ones that are just recently passed. That's right. It's dead. And look at these scars. I'm not sure if we can use this for a mount, but I doubt we're like to find another one. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try. Can you help me ready the pelt? This is a lot for us to work with. I mean, mostly with all that hair. Pardon me, I was taking a sip. You skin the bear, but its pelt is marred with gashes. What could have attacked something that big? Well, I suppose we have our pelt. A shame it's in such poor condition. Let's head back to Gridania for now. Maybe Miss Atelloune can think of something to do with it. So, we took its pelt. What happened to the rest of the body? They sent it downriver? Maybe. I don't know. Alright. Head back to Atelloune to see what we can do about what we found. Alright, so, Atelloune, what can we make of this? Don't worry, Dexter. I'll explain what happened to Miss Atelloune. Finally, you're back. If you would deign to keep me waiting this long, I can only assume you've brought an immaculate specimen for the exhibition. Well, here's the thing. Villadina grizzly bear hide is not what you think it is. The grizzly hide of a ferocious Villadina grizzly bear. The countless holes attest to difficulty in bringing down the beast. No. This pelt is ruined. What is the meaning of this? What happened? Sorry, Miss Atelloune. The grizzly bear was already covered in scrapes and scars when we found it. There was no telling when we'd find another, so we skinned it as best we could and came back. I see. I appreciate your effort, but I'm afraid there's nothing we can do with a pelt in such poor condition. We can't let the bear sacrifice be wasted, or we can use it to make something else. If you believe we can make something of this pelt, then perhaps. The only question is, what? Miss Atelloune? Dexter? Could we make it into clothing? Something I can wear as a reminder of the bear's sacrifice and why we're working to make these animals mounts. An excellent idea, number 71. Number 72, I imagine working with skin such as this will prove difficult, so I would suggest making something simple. A nice pair of gloves, perhaps. When you finish, give them to number 71. I will do so. Hopefully I can make them the right size. Alright, time to make some grizzly bear gloves. Alright. Reflect. Oh, innovate. Basic touch. Precise touch. Bergrut's blessing. And then venerate for some careful synthesis. More careful synthesis. And then a basic synthesis. There we go. All done. What do you think? I take it work on the gloves is coming along nicely. I'm sure number 71 will be thrilled with what you have gave him. Well, I hope so. Let's see. Do you like him? I know the pelt was in rather poor shape, but I hope you can manage to make something of it. I mean, if I could make gloves of your size with them, yeah, we did good. A thick pair of protective gloves crafted from the tanned hide of a grizzly bear. A Villadina grizzly bear. Not a Fourlands grizzly bear. Wow, you really did it. These gloves look amazing. I certainly hope they fit all right. Are you going to be wearing them for the rest of the missions? Ooh. Working bearskin into gloves is no easy feat, but their durability and resilience to cold makes it worth the effort. Why, you can scarcely even notice the material was tarnished prior to their making. I just have to use the reg portions of it. The leather is so smooth, it's like nothing ever happened. Thank you so much, Dexter. I'll cherish them always. You've done well, number 72. Though I wish to add a grizzly bear to our collection of animal mounts, I will not ask you to risk the dangers of Gridania for another. Scarce as they are, I doubt you'll find one. Those gloves must serve as a testament to the rarity of the poor creature now on the brink of extinction. But there's still myriad species in equally dire straits. It's up to us to make the realm aware of their struggles and to preserve their grace and beauty for future generations. Indeed, our work is far from over. Until I've decided on our next subject of mounting, I pray you will use your time wisely and prepare. Sure, about, 5 seconds? Yeah, I can do that. Let's take the tiger skin boots of crafting. Yeah. Through your deepening insight into the sanctity of life, you've learned manipulation. Alright, I have the stuff, and now I should probably get rid of the items I no longer need, because I forgot to do so. Get rid of this high steel all. Give me some more high steel ingot. The ruby cottony, coty, sorry. Give me more high steel nuggets. Iron head knife. For some pine lumber, which I don't think I have, and then the boots of crafting. Which gives me tiger leather. I already have some, but not of the rare quality. Ooh, okay. Hey, Dexter. I think Miss Atelloune has decided on the next mount. You think so? What makes you think so? The trouble with taxidermy. You notice that a oh-so-familiar glimmer is back in Ateloune's eyes today. Ah, that was the indicator. The oh-so-familiar glimmer in her eye. Ah, number 72. Come to bask in the splendor of our download mount, I see. Well, this is no time for gawping. Rather, it's time to resume our work. A pity we could not add a bear to our collection, but even alone, the downmail has garnered no small amount of attention. On more than one occasion, I've seen people stopping to read the signboard I posted. I can't believe so many people are coming to see something I helped to create. The next mount will be even better. Outrageous! How dare this happen without my consent? Who is Marmaduke, and why? So this is why everyone has been crowding around the Leatherworkers Guild of late. What sort of sick, twisted joke is this? Uh-oh. That's one of the one of the hearers. What does he want with us? I assure you, sir, this is no joke. This mount was fashioned in an attempt to... The elements weep for this poor creature. How they cry out in anger. Ooh, I probably would have known that if I was a white mage right now. An affront to the 12s would if ever there was. To ignore it is to invite the Green's wrath upon us. You three, are you responsible for this? By order of the Conjurers Guild, I demand you take down this grotesquerie at once. And doesn't even stick around to make sure that we actually do it. Take it down? But all of our hard work! That was it for accepting the quest? Weird. Oh, I guess we just talked to her again. That must be why. What should we do, Dexter? Good question. Atelloune, do you have any ideas? The nerve of that man. It took every ounce of my being to hold my tongue. That closed-minded fool. How can he not see the benefits of our work? The opportunity we offer Gridanians to learn about animals that live beyond the borders of the 12's wood. And he dares to call himself a hero. How he abuses his position that he might do as he pleases. The sight of him is enough to make my skin crawl. Now, hold on. Excuse me, I got a little carried away there. Though it pains me to concede to such swine, we cannot deny the will of the elementals. I have no doubt one of your talents could quickly resolve this situation, but this requires a more civilized approach. Indeed, we must settle this in a manner as befitting naturalists. The Leatherworkers Guild is certain to have dealt with similar opposition in the past. Number 72, go and speak with Jiva and see what advice she has to offer on the matter. Alright, I'll see what she has to say. To think there was a time when the work of the Leatherworkers Guild was criticized as wasteful. If the guild could redeem itself in the eyes of the people, there's hope for us yet. I certainly hope so. I think. What should we do? I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm gonna go talk to Jiva. Hello, Jiva. We may have problem. The man of the hour. With everyone stopping by to have a look at that mount outside, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came. What can I do for you? The Conjurers Guild is mad at us? Or at least one of the members is? Did they now? You know, there was a time when leather goods were criticized as being extravagant and wasteful. It took a great deal of effort on the part of the leather workers here, but eventually opinions changed. They had to prove what they had made was worth the cost of the lives sacrificed in the process. Unless you can do the same with your mounts, you won't be convincing the hearers of anything. That's going to be an issue. Actually, that gives me an idea. I'll need to prepare a few things first, though. In the meantime, I would have you attend to something else. Oh? We're going to need a Dalmalscum jacket, and I can think of none better than you to make it. Besides, it's been too long since I've seen your work. Randall will have everything you need at the front desk. When you've finished, I should have everything ready for the next step in my plan. I'd love to see what your plan is going to be. Alright, Randall. I'm here for stuff. Good to see you. I trust you've been keeping busy. Goodness knows we have all those commissions we've received of late. But enough of my ramblings. As Guildmaster Chiva tells it, you have much work to do. Here's the Dalmal leather as requested. If you should have need of more, pray do not hesitate to ask. No worries, I don't think I'll be needing to worry about that. So, dashing and Dalmalscum jacket. There we go. Alright, and then regular stuff. Here we go. Reflect. Nothing for precise yet, darn it. Now it is. Not enough for Byregod's blessing, I don't think. So I'll just do a few basic, a few different touches. Oh, there we go. Just needed 2. And then venerate for groundwork. Then for careful. Yay. Oh wow, crafting up a store HQ. Wow, I didn't realize that the quests were related to actually getting achievements like that. Well, not achievements, but those things. How's that jacket coming along? I hope my faith in you after all this time hasn't been misplaced. Oh, no worries, they've been misplaced heavily. A sophisticated outerwear for the discerning gentleman or woman. It's a unisex jacket that I just made. You've impressed me, Dexter. I was worried you might have forgotten what you learned here, but it's clear you've done quite the opposite. Well done. Oh, shucks, you can make me blush. Actually, I'm blushing. Excuse me, is Dexter here? Miss Atelloune wants to speak with him. She says it's quite urgent. Uh-oh. Urgent in what regard? Right on time. Come here for a moment. I need you to try on this jacket. A jacket? What about Miss Atelloune? And who are you, anyway? You don't even know who Jiva is? Atelloune kept talking about her. Oh. There we are. How's the fit? It's actually quite nice. I usually hate leather clothes because they're so stiff when new, but this is quite soft. It's fairly light and warm, too. I imagine whoever uses this will be grateful to have it. Okay, for some reason I thought that was going to be you keeping it, but I guess not. He's just trying it on. It's time we move on to the next part of my plan. A Leatherworker's exhibition with that jacket on display. That very jacket? But there's no time for an exhibition. We're busy enough as is fighting to keep our Dalmal mount. Which is precisely why you'll be putting them on display together. The mere mention of an exhibition will be enough to draw a sizable crowd. This will afford Atelloune an opportunity to teach people about the endangered Dalmels of Abalthea. I've already reserved Miketo's amphitheater. All we need now are the mounts she would have on display. That's a great idea, miss. I'll go inform her right away. Miss? He hasn't the slightest idea of who I am, does he? I suppose it can't be helped for now. Be sure to give Atelloune my regards. I will remember to do so. Maybe. I take it you didn't tell that boy who I am, did you? No matter. He'll come to know me soon enough. Oh yeah, with your personality, yeah, he'll know. Okay, the mount is actually gone. Is it because they moved it, or because the heroes came by and removed it forcibly? I can't believe they took it, after all our hard work. So it was the latter. Damn it. Oh, number 72. If only you would come sooner. I left only for a moment, but in my absence, Marmaduke and his gaggle of goons made off with our mount. What came of your talks with Jiva? I should hope some good may yet come of our efforts. Well, it's only gonna really work if we have a new mount. Instruction under the guise of a Leatherworker's exhibition. Yes, that just might work. Jiva has ever been one with an eye for opportunity. First, we must deal with Marmaduke and his attempts to deny the good people of Gridania an opportunity to enlighten themselves. Before our work was stolen, I took it upon myself to speak with an associate of mine, another hero of the Conjurer's Guild. When I broached the subject of our mount to the elemental's apparent dissatisfaction with using animal skins in such a fashion, he was completely and utterly bewildered. In truth, neither the heavens of the Conjurer's Guild nor the Seed Seers have expressed any opposition to our work. Marmaduke merely uses the elementals as an excuse to impose his ideals on others. So it was a single person, not the whole group. Good to know. Well, he's not the only one with influence here in Gridania. I know someone else who does here, her name is Jiva. One way or another, we'll have a mount of our exhibition. Alright, which ones do I need now? 14 of those. 14 of those. 13 of those. Haha! There we go. I have an even number of all of them again. Quest complete! And talk to you, Atelloune, later. I still can't believe they took it after all our hard work. Alright, one more for the road, Atelloune. True to life. Atelloune is not yet ready to abandon her work. Neither am I. I've exhausted every resource at my disposal, but I could find neither hide nor hair of the Dalmel mount. I hoped it would not come to this, but we have no choice but to fashion a new mount. As a precautionary measure, I've already decided our next specimen, the majestic Gagana. Those gargantuan birds in our Girabania? I never realized they were endangered. I do not speak of the common Gagana. What we seek is the three-feathered Gagana. They're quite rare and sought for use in fine goods. Their population has dropped markedly over the years. Unfortunately, this means I must again put the two of you in harm's way. If it means having a mount for the exhibition, then we at least have to try. Gaganas live in the fringes, right? I'll go ahead to Custom Orions and see if anyone knows where to find them. See you there, Dexter. I shall see you there soon. I will see to preparations for the exhibition. You go ahead to Gridania. Number 71 should be waiting for you. All right, waiting for me. Let's go meet up with them. Okay, so they are same place as before. Hello again, Enion. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Except I was. I'm afraid we have a problem, Dexter. Already? I've spoken with everyone who could dare listen, but no one has seen a three-feathered Gagana here in quite some time. That's not good. It's as Miss Atelloune said. The plumage of the three-feathered Gagana is, or rather was, highly sought for Girabanian finery. Before the calamity, when Dalamud slowly began its descent, they say the public grew panicked. Believing the world might come to an end, people began squandering their money on things they normally couldn't afford. Clothing made from the three-feathered Gagana was desired above all. Ooh, that would explain why they're no longer here, potentially. Demand declined after the calamity, but it was too late. They never recovered from the overhunting. Miss Atelloune was counting on us to find one for the exhibition. I don't want to return to her empty-handed. There has to be another way, or did anyone say why they're so valuable? Yeah, why? Like, They sought after them for fineries, but yeah, why them specifically? Their feathers have a lustrous sheen unique to the three-feathered Gagana. Other than that, I bet most people couldn't tell the difference between... Wait, that's it. It's true the three-feathered Gagana was valued for the sheen of its feathers. The greater distinction between it and other Gagana lies in the distribution of feathers on its body. Do you think if we found a normal Gagana, you could change the arrangement of its feathers? So we're gonna fake one. It would be difficult with only books for reference, but I'm certain a leatherworker of your caliber can do it. Then there's still hope for the exhibition. Miss Atelloune was lucky to find a leatherworker like you to help us. But if we're going to make a convincing mount, we'll need a good mannequin. And I've never seen a Gagana in person before. Let's see if we can find some. I heard they nest near Virjala. Alright, off to Virjala. Let's go find some Gagana. Okay, you are... Aha, there you are. I never realized the Gagana was such a beautiful and majestic bird. If it's alright with you, I'd like to observe them for just a while longer. Okay, we can do that. Where'd you go? Oh, you went back west? Oh, there you are. I really think I'm ready to head back. Our Gagana mount is going to be great. At least, I hope it is. Can I ask you a question? I know Miss Atelloune means well and all, but Marmaduke was absolutely furious. If other people are just as angry, maybe we shouldn't be making another mount. Well, what do you think? Options? Ah, everything will be fine, or we've come too far to run away now. Yeah, I think so. You're right. It's true we've had a few setbacks, but Miss Atelloune is counting on us. And if I'm going to be a real taxidermist someday, I have to do everything I can to make this one perfect. Let's head back to Gridania. She'll want to know what we have planned. Oh god, I think I actually have been talking for so much my throat is getting coarse. That's not good. I really am going to have to take an even longer break than I thought after this. Alright, let's head back to Gridania and see what we can do. Alright, I have returned. And how are you? Hey, Dexter. Miss Atelloune's ordered a pelt from the Leatherworkers Guild for you. Oh, for me? Porqué? At last you're returned, and with nary a scratch. Enion has told me everything. And pity you were unable to find a true three-feathered Gagana. I knew sights of the bird had grown scarce over the years, but I'd never imagined the situation was so dire. Our plan is to recreate the three-feathered Gagana using the pelt of a normal one, is that right? We're gonna try. This is no small task you place upon yourself. With the exhibition fast approaching, we can afford no mistakes. Which means I mess up once and it's over. If it all goes as planned, this will be our final task for me. All the more reason I shall accept nothing short of perfection. Though I loathe being made to wait, I will make an exception for this. Handle the pelt with care and do not give it to 71 until you're absolutely satisfied with your work. If anything should happen to it, inform me immediately, then I might procure another. Okay, here we go. Large Gagana cape. Buttons, help me. There we go. Let's go. Reflect. No precise this time. Innovate. There's precise. Get another basic. Might as well end it with Biogot's Blessing. That was enough. Good. And then Venerate with better groundwork. Some careful synthesis. And basic. Yeah. Nice. Alright, and I already also did the high quality one. Oh, hold on. I trust the Gagana pelt isn't giving you too much trouble. Number 71 is rather eager to dress this new mannequin. Maybe a little too eager. Have you finished yet? I just know this Gagana is going to look great. Let's see if it does. It is a Gagana hide expertly trimmed and prepared for stuffing. Here we go. This is incredible. It's the spitting image of a three-feathered Gagana. I can already picture the looks on people's faces when they see my mannequin dressed like with this. It's gonna be our finest mount yet. The placement of plumage in this pelt is immaculate. Well done, number 72. Now, I must be off to the amphitheater. I've posted flyers all about Gridania to ensure our desired audience is in attendance. Pardon me, I almost broke there. Everything must be ready for his arrival. Be careful with that pelt, number 72, and remember, nothing less than perfection will suffice. Got it. Off to the races. Let's go. Oh, it looks so real. I was hoping people would be excited to see our mount up there, but they actually seem kind of mad. We worked so hard on it, though. I'm sure Miss Atelloune can make them understand. Uh-oh, let me guess. Yep, it's Marmaduke again. Just when I thought Gridania had reclaimed some modicum of decency. You will suspend this farce of an exhibition at once. Silence! I will hear no more of your fabricated tales of the elementals. Our work is not a mockery of these animals, but a tribute to their majesty. If you would cease your blustering for only a moment, I will explain to you, and the good people here in attendance, why. Thank you for gathering here today. I wish to speak with you regarding a matter of grave concern, one even overlooked in the hustle and bustle of our lives here in Gridania. To start, I would have you consider this, the three-feathered Gagana. A rare breed highly valued by the people of Garabania. Before the calamity, as Dalamud began its bodeful descent, demand for this bird's plumage would see this population drop substantially. Its natural habitat has undergone drastic changes since then. So much so, some believe there may be none left. The Dalmel, which once stood outside the Leatherworkers Guild, represented a species that also struggles with a declining population. As the environment continues to undergo radical changes, these innocent creatures and countless others will be pushed to the brink of extinction. We obviously cannot bend the laws of nature to return the world to what it once was, but we can still do our part to preserve their homes and what few of them remain. We must also show restraint in our hunting, lest their peers become endangered as well. Take, for example, this jacket crafted from Dalmel hide. Demand for its leather has grown noticeably of late. What do you suppose will happen as more hunters are drawn to the Sea of Clouds? Seeing only the products born of their hides, it is far too easy to forget the sacrifice of these animals. We must protect them as we do the balance of life here in the Twelveswood. To do otherwise would be a grievous squandering of resources. You're one to talk. What is this display other than a waste of skin? You claim it has an educational purpose, but one could simply read a book. And you have read such a book? I should hope you have, and that you are highly knowledgeable as a result, given you wear clothing made from their hides. I just noticed that, and I'm glad you pointed it out. What about you? Do you know anything of Delmos or Gaganas? These people have a right to know what is happening to the world outside of Gridania, to know the cost of the goods they would otherwise take for granted. Hero Marmaduke, perhaps now you'd be willing to consider the merit of Atelloune's work. These mounts are not meant to offend anyone. They are a lasting reminder of the lives sacrificed for the clothing on your backs, and a tool to arouse interest in the study of animals so many would otherwise ignore. You might think these specimens a grim reflection of their living counterparts, but they preserve a truth that mere words cannot express. Surely you understand the virtue in that. Speechless. More than you realize. For it is my duty, nay, my privilege, to hearken to the elementals and bear witness to such truths, that we might maintain the delicate balance of life here in the Shroud. I see now you wish only to share with these people knowledge I have long taken for granted. I would ask your forgiveness for my recent wrongdoings. I don't know about forgiveness, but understanding? Sure. The Twelveswood suffered greatly in the calamity, and in the years since, it has only grown weaker. The sight of your mounts was more than I could bear. But through the sacrifice of these few, countless more may be saved. If your creations serve to bring these good people wisdom, and instill in them a greater respect for the blessed creatures of this land, then I will condemn them no longer. Then I will carry on, for it is my duty to illuminate the dark with the light of knowledge. And now a lot more people are interested. Before I continue, I must first give thanks. I am so sorry. Didn't mean for my voice to crack that much. I must first give thanks to the two skilled artisans who made this possible. My darling assistants, the aspiring taxidermist who pieced together this splendid Gagana mount, and the gifted leatherworker who prepared both the jacket and Gagana's belt. So we're not just an etc. Cool. Okay, for some reason I thought the sound was of us taking something down, but it's just the bustle of the Leatherworkers Guild. It's been far too long since I lectured before an audience so large. I hope I didn't bore them. You were perfect, Miss Atelloune. They were hanging on your every word. And did you see how everyone was admiring the Gagana mount? Today was a great success. Indeed it was. A great many people learned a valuable lesson, thanks in no small part to the two of you. And with that, I do believe my work here is done. Enion, Dexter, you have my sincerest thanks. You remembered our names. Oh wait, yeah, she actually used our names, not our titles. Holy crap! Come now, you two. When my assistants are deserving of praise, I will not hesitate to give it. Even I have to admit that Gagana mount was quite impressive. It's not often the amphitheater draws a crowd like that. Between that and the lecture, I'd say the exhibition was a resounding success. Thanks for the compliment, but building the mannequin was the easy part. Dexter's the one who made the incredible cape to dress it. He's been like a big brother looking out for me every step of the way. Oh no, talks about family again. Now that we've finished, though, I think I'll stay in Gridania a while longer. There's still a lot I need to learn about leatherworking, and I have plenty left to share about making animal mounts. Well, it looks like I have a new recruit. And don't think I'll go easy on you just because you're a friend of Dexter's either. Rather the contrary. Oh geez, you're gonna put him through even worse than I did? Wait, you're the guildmaster? I thought you were just a friend of his. Yeah, there we go. Now he sees it. I admit I was doubtful of your abilities as a leatherworker, but I'm grateful to have been proven wrong. Thanks to you, we have touched the hearts and minds of a good many people here in Gridania. This is only the beginning. When I publish the results of our work here, all corners of the realm shall know of the great naturalist Atelloune. Indeed, the shining star that is my career has only begun to shine. Did I not tell you? Not long after I finished my lecture at the amphitheater, reservations for the next publication of New Eorzean Geographic began to pour in. Already? What's more, Hero Marmaduke plans to speak with the Elder Seedseer to have my publication instated as a reference work for the Seedseer's Council. Oh, wow. That is a big honor. I left Marset to manage the better part of my research and writings, but this will require nothing short of my undivided attention. My work must be thorough and comprehensive. I foresee much traveling as well. Yes, across the whole of Eorzea, and then the world. Perhaps we'll meet again on a distant shore. Should that day come, I'd be honored to receive your assistance once more. I was just going to reiterate what we've been saying before about, no, I don't think we're going to, because I think this is the last quest in general. I mean, at the very least, I've seen nothing to indicate that there's going to be more quests after this, because nothing's been said about, oh yeah, I just have to wait for this to show up. Nope, that was it. Level 76, and I learned Delicate Synthesis. I think that's the only other, this is the only other class I've had that actually gained that so far. Alright, that is it for, at least for the Gridanian crafter quests. But I did mention a while ago, I still need to figure out how to get the better equipment, and I think I know where I can get them. I just have to double check to see if I can. I'm just gonna head over and see if I can, real quick, just a moment. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, yeah, I can do script exchange and collectible appraising from here, and I think there was a similar thing in Idleshire for being able to get stuff from here, right? My apologies, but I can only accept scripts from individuals who stand in good stead with the house. Okay. Does that mean it's related to what this quest is? What is this quest anyway? I didn't see this before. Well met, adventurer. My name's Galena, and I work for the House of Splendors for my Aunt Rowena. Oh, you're related to that, I see. Following her successful expansion into Idleshire and the Three City-States, she's decided to bring her operations here to Ralger's Reach. Our presence here serves to aid the recovery efforts, creating jobs for refugees and stimulating the economy. With your skills, it would be of great help to us. And of course, if you have any collectibles, I'd be happy to take them off your hands in exchange for scripts. With locations realms wide, it's never been easier to do business with the House of Splendors. Oh, so was that it? Can I do this now? Ah, I can do it now. So, yeah, this is how I'm able to get the crafters, better crafters equipment. So what can I get right now for gear? Before the highest level stuff, which requires 200. Wow, I have a lot more points than I thought. So I could actually get a bunch of these right now if I wanted to. Are these the best ones I can get? The item level 350. I know that some of the battle equipment I can get is item level 400. But I think the levels of the crafter stuff is technically lower than what you can get for the battle classes anyway. So I think this really is the best ones I can get. So let's get a couple of these. I won't be able to get a lot, But for now, I will focus on getting... I know that for the upcoming quests, I still need to do the Alchemist, the Weaver, and the Goldsmith. So I think what I'm going to do is get those specifically. So I need to get one for the Goldsmith. Yes, please. The one for the Weaver. And then one for the Alchemist. Whoop, nope. Want that, thank you. And I still have enough to get a couple more. So which one should I get? Probably the ones for... It looks like I can get at least 3. So I'll try to get ones for the first ones I did as well. Like the Blacksmith. Then the Armorer. And then the one after that was the Culinarian. Oh, and I have enough to get one more, but not enough inventory space. Let me just put these away first. There we go. And I have enough to get one more thing, but which one should it be for now? I mean, I'm gonna get them all eventually. It's just, whoops, nope. Figure out which one to get now. The one for the Carpenter or the one for the Leatherworker? I think the Leatherworker one is gonna be used more often to get the, get better equipment, I think. So I'll look at the Leatherworker one for now. Yeah, there we go. And I do have enough for some armor pieces as well. Well, actually, no, these are... these are... these later ones are for the accessories. Let's get a couple for the accessories as well. Let's get some for... Let's see. Which one? How about the... Oh, I know I need more rings. Actually, I'll get 2 rings. Oh, that was all I can get. Okay, good to know. All right, I got everything I needed. Nope, no. Don't discard. There we go. Okay, so that was actually much better than I thought. And what exactly is this? We call it Eureka? You actually need to be a combat class for that one. I'm pretty sure that's not related to anything I wanted to do today, so I'm not going to bother with that, at least for now. Well, regardless, that is all for now. So, I'm going to be starting up the final crafter quests after this, but I'm going to take I think a longer break than the last one I did, so give my throat time to recover and just in general do other things, get other things done. So, until I start that one up, thank you all so much for joining me on this venture to complete more Final Fantasy XIV. This video is actually going to be a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. That's fine. And until next time, thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope that you all have a good night.